And it should be... Let's see. Was this...
Is that on Farmstead? Yeah, yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Last night.
What did you name it to?
Farmstead.
Oh, Farmstead. Last night should be the 15th. Oh, let me check again. I do not see it in here. Hold on one second. Show in folder. Where is it?
Is that not it?
No, I think that should have been it, right? I think that for me it's it didn't pop up, so let me check. AE. I'll try re-downloading this actually. Folder.
What time was that at? That was at 7:35. Let me check over here.
Oh, wait. No, was it Aquadome?
Huh?
Not
is that
Aquadome?
what it is? Hold on. Let me let me see the date on this one. So extras, replays.
Oh, you know, I looked at it and it is Aquadome.
Okay, it is okay, I need the one at 8:06.
8:06 p.m.
I don't have one. 7:15. How come it's not even on my Oh, I may have finished it at 8:06, so I think it could be the 7:58.
Oh, maybe? I'm not sure. Let me see. I'm looking at this right now.
That's not it. Okay, let me send you this one.
Okay.
Who's the three guys?
In your game, there's you, Diabolic Scope, and Jad Mo.
Okay, let's go this one. I think D-Scope is the one I'm playing with in Decent.
Oh, okay. So he's your teammate.
Yes.
I can also commentate on what he's doing too, because probably it'd be good for you to know what he's doing, what he's not. Is it Aquadome? No, wait, it would be Neo Tokyo.
No, it should be. So that's not even okay. But is there three people there? Let's see who it is on my team.
Yes, there's D.
Okay, that'll work because that Esper is a decent E3 guy for the Division 3.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I was hoping to get the other guy's camera. D-Scope? I want to see his camera. Okay, I just wanted to see camera settings to see like what they look like. Alright, so you want to go over this one though, right?
We can.
Okay.
I don't know why it's not giving the right one.
Yeah, it won't be the one that matches up with the time because you just renamed it. It'll be the one. So here is like another time of like pushing up a little bit too close because this guy is swooping in on the ball. The ball's rolling along the wall, and I think it's about getting used to. Well, I'll ask a question first too. That are you used to this level of play, or is this like a higher level than you're usually used to because D-Scope is a higher rank? Like
no, him and I in threes are the same.
Okay, so there's no.
But
real change.
the other guy is higher.
Okay, Esper is higher.
Yes.
Yeah, so right here the ball rolls along the wall here, and that's where it's like dangerous for me at least, because I know that this guy can move along the ball and push it any direction he wants. And one of the most dangerous spots that he could do if we're creeping up this way is to put it out here behind us on this side. Because then we have to like either turn our whole car around this way and then we're under the ball, which would be awkward, right? Or we turn around this way and it takes us a long time to circle around, which well, do you know where the third guy is right now? Just based on this information?
I think he's... This was the kickoff, right?
Yeah, this is on kickoff.
I think he's behind me.
He could be behind you, yeah. I'm pretty sure the guy's on this side of you, though. Off to the side. Only because... Oh,
you're talking about on the other team.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can see all of your players on the field, I'm pretty sure. Oh, whoops. My bad. Right here.
They're
Oh
both up.
yeah, yeah. Your blue guy's here, and then you have a blue guy here.
Correct.
And so the third orange guy will be
Is yeah
somewhere,
is over at 9 o'clock there at
yeah,
midfield.
somewhere along this side of the field.
Correct.
And so that's why like a pass over to the opposite side of the field is really like dangerous. And you can think of it as like zoning coverage. You know, I don't know if you watch football or um,
You're
any other
watching an
sport.
area,
You're
and you don't
right.
want to get in there.
Yeah, you got to be watching an area that the pass can go to. If he decides to carry the ball with him, right? You remember from the last session when you asked me about ones, like solo gameplay, right? And you were asking, okay, what does this guy do if, let's say, he brings it into the corner, right? And the
Right.
ball rolls along here. I told you that you don't have to worry about anything, right? And
Right.
that, the dangerous spot is right here, right? But
Yeah.
other than that, this guy's not going to be able to score the whole time.
Correct.
So, because this is threes though and not ones, what's his other option, right?
Well,
Like,
he if he sees his guy out across the field, he could pass it to him.
right, and then now there's a shot like available here on this far side, which is a lot more dangerous than what we were talking about in the ones gameplay as well. So, that's about recognizing in that moment the play unfolding. Your teammates also pushed up a little bit too much, but you can't really stop them. This is fine. Like, you can let things happen. Once you've got a push though by your teammates too, you can take a little bit of time here because we haven't
Right.
totally been on offense just yet, and we're not sure if this guy's gonna counterattack us yet. So you want to make sure you're still playing defense just to make sure that this ball gets out of your zone.
Isn't I have oh there yeah he see now this is the one thing with my partner. He come flying out of nowhere. Over.
Yeah, I
So
think.
technically, I was the second man following what the guy in front of me, and then he come flying over.
Yeah, because I think the ball was just hit, right?
Correct.
So that's where like we know that okay, our teammate just hit the ball, right? This is fine. We let him hit the ball, like he can do whatever
Correct.
he wants and we haven't reacted to it. That's okay. The problem here is like all the boost that's happening in between, like going upfield, right? Because
Right.
not only do you have this guy that's going to fly with forward momentum down the field, right? Or he can't stop himself, but you have this guy pushing. And so you can glance. I mean, you don't even have to glance at this guy. You already know. Ball got hit forward. That means this guy gets hit forward, right? You can glance at this guy and then glance at this guy and see, you know, what kind of play is going to unfold. And to me, I'm seeing this guy going forward and this guy coming at him. And I'm thinking, okay, there's going to be a collision, in the middle, maybe. It would be really dangerous if this ball gets hit over everyone's head, and I'm the one that can play defense, and I'm choosing not to because I'm getting anxious for a push on offense. So here we push up a lot, and then we turn away, but this feels really late to me where the ball can get hit over your head still, and you're put in a really awkward spot. Instead of just waiting behind several feet back and then allowing yourself to be in this position instead, where we would be right here. The positioning to me is really stark. Or let's say you're this way instead of this way. There's all this open space here that is a lot less awkward to deal with because you can move with forward momentum into the ball this way in the zone, rather than imagine now moving backwards to try to scoop that ball, which I don't know. We're making our jobs a lot more difficult than they need to be. So there's one right there, but what this comes down to is understanding how cars move after hitting the ball, right? You're going to see your player hit the ball, and you got to have in your head a mental image of if you were hitting the ball, right? Where would you fall from the field? And you would be this guy, you'd do the exact same thing, and you'd keep falling forward, which means he's upfield, that's fine. He's now first man up. This guy, you have to glance, is like, oh, my teammate's in front of me. He can make a touch on this ball. That means I'm third man back. You gotta relegate yourself to those positions rather than looking for yourself to become those positions, even if you feel you're correct on those plays. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a push, and I also hold on. Let me see. So, push happens here. It gets knocked to the side. One thing that I don't like is that you had 100 boost and you used boost to get this boost pad over here, and then why is this really bad?
Because the guy that needs to come back may want it.
Yes. And your teammate's going to be looking for it.
Well, and the funny during this game,
Mhm.
I even ask. I go, who needs boost?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I go and there's two times during the game that I accidentally took it. I didn't this one here I took, but a couple other times I accidentally took because I
Mm-hmm.
told him I says I'm going to get yelled for doing this. I says, but I accidentally took your boost. He says I'm fine.
Mm-hmm. So if he says he's fine, then that's okay, right? But I mean, I would like to
Well, I'd
not
like
risk
yeah, but
this kind of play.
I've got it conscious to not.
Okay, okay, yeah.
It's
This is
just
just
that
a mistake then. Like this was not a
correct.
regular thing. Oh, he had 100 boosts because he collected from the midfield. Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Right.
It's fine by you. While you're falling here, what can we do right now in the meantime of this play? So you
Well,
right now,
I need to reposition myself.
you can reposition yourself, but what information are we trying to pick up on the field now, right? If this,
Well, who's getting the ball? Who's coming after the ball?
mm-hmm.
And who's going to get there first?
Yeah, I mean, this is a really important play to see who's going here, right?
Right.
Do we know what's going on this whole side of the field? In this box. Oop, shoot. Oh, there we go. All the way outside here in this little zone past our camera. Like, what's going on this side of the field right now? And why is it important for us to know what's behind us?
Well, depending on who's going to get the ball and depending what type of shot it is, if it's a pass, and then am I in position to block it, or where is my third guy?
Exactly. One, you're checking, by toggling ball cam on and off, right? The way that the camera works is that whatever momentum you have, that's where the camera's going to look, right? So you just got knocked backwards in this play. Let me go here. There you go.
I got to find it. I may have to find a different spot for it because I actually have a tough time clicking that damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
Remember?
How do you
See, there's it's the standard up on the Y button.
Oh, it's the same button. Because it's next to your boost, right? B or
yeah, boost is yeah.
I think that
I
is,
just
I
well,
think it's
here's
more of
the
just getting
thing.
comfortable with
Well,
hitting it,
getting
right?
used to it because like now I've sort of got myself, like you told me to jump
Mm-hmm.
prior to the kickoffs, and I've been having some pretty crappy kickoffs because I'm all of a sudden I'm jumping, but then I'm not pressing the button that I want to press, and
Oh, like what is it like? The kickoffs itself are we're going to do them properly. However, it's awkward right now, right? Like
correct.
going for those type of kickoffs. Yeah, I mean, if you want
Sure.
to, we can practice doing kickoffs as well, which are really important for setting up. It sets the tone, in my opinion, for how the next play is going to deal out because it sets the tone, like who's on offense first, where the momentum's being carried, how much resources everyone has, and the most stressful part, at least at lower levels, is being on defense with low boost. So getting a good kickoff right there will definitely help set up some free goals going on.
Right. So then the third guy is right there in front of me now.
Yeah.
So now I'm flipping myself around.
Right. And it's coming down here, and the landing's pretty poor. I mean, do we use the air roll at all?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I do. I normally do. It just I didn't this time. I mean, I normally do. I normally try to get myself in position, but it's not an every time situation. So now we're all three moving up, which
Yeah.
technically that shouldn't happen.
It should not happen.
But then again, those two are on the left-hand side,
right.
and I'm on the right-hand side. So if there was a pass, technically I'm the third man.
You are, yes, the third man because these two are holding the same position and the ball is on their near side, which means that they're holding 1 and 2.
Correct.
Right here, and you're 3. So
correct. At right now, but when it goes to hit the wall and shoots to me.
Oh. It just goes in. But you pushing up here, I mean, the positioning right here, you want to be close to hit the ball, right? The thing is that you have boost, so that means you're really capable of moving into different positions really quickly. So creeping up here is a little bit risky because in a world where this hits off wall directly and comes backwards, you're gonna turn in and then have to use boost and hopefully knock it to the side when you have this opponent that's also on the same side as you, trying to get this down to your side of the field, right? I think you pushing up this close is a little bit risky, especially if you're third man back, right? That if you hovered around this like more midfield and this ball does come out like that, you're gonna have a lot easier time coming in and hitting it with forward momentum this way than you are coming around, circling, and then trying to get backwards and then turn into this ball on the side. Because think of whose challenge is better when you have this player that's meeting up with this player, or if you have this player meeting up with this player.
Well, it doesn't really matter. Pretty much, like even the guy in the goal, if he's going to pick it up, that he's already heading that way, and he's already got the forward momentum to where they can, even if I make contact, their forwardness and me coming to the side is going to make that ball go forward.
It will, like you're talking about these guys, right? The ones that are
Correct. The guy in the goalie. No, the guy right there, and then also the guy on the left. He's also coming the way the ball is, and if he does get a touch on it, and even though I touch it, the ball most likely will still go towards my goal.
In this position, it definitely will, because
Yes.
Thinking about like how your car is going to be set up, let me try to make this a little bit more clear. Is that your front end's going to be facing this way versus this side? Your front end's going to be facing this way.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm helping them get it down the field,
Right,
and if I hit it late, I definitely hit it down the field.
Absolutely. So just like hanging back a little bit is not like, first off, you're third man back, so we should play a little bit more cautiously, and then to the angle of approach that we come at, if this play goes horribly awry, will depend, like how horribly awry it goes depends on how we set ourselves up as third man back. So a little bit too close of a push by, I think that right there is like a little bit risky, but it's also not, like, it's not the most terrible thing if your teammate passes it correctly. I don't know if I trust everyone to pass the ball correctly 100% of the time. It's fine. I mean, we should notice that there were 3 that jumped in that spot, and just to back off instead of wasting positioning and time by jumping in the air and falling. It's fine. You don't need to back up here as well. What can you do instead?
Well, I could have spun around, but what I wanted to do was stop the ball, because I had an open field there. See, nobody. Right. I mean, I had him, but there was really nobody else around. So, and that guy was coming this way, so I wanted just to stop the ball and then push it down. If I turned around, I'm going the same place he is, and I wanted just to stop and then turn and go straight down.
Which way? You wanted to go straight this way.
Correct. I wanted to stop it. Since he was coming this way, I just wanted to stop it, which it didn't happen because he touched it. But if I did stop it, then I could go, turn and then, and head that way.
Right.
So I was stopped right here, coming back, and I just wanted to make the ball die right next to me as he shoots over me. And then since I had the open field, I wanted to go down as far as I can, because I have my one teammate right there on the right, and he's coming back.
Yes, he's heading back to your zone.
Correct.
You can still catch this ball, though, without facing backwards, though, because there's a couple of reasons why, right? One, we see this hit happen from the moment right
here. Well, here, right there.
And then right here is where we can use the momentum we had going forward to, well, I'll ask you, like, what should we do if we want to face forward on the ball? Because we're trying to get a dribble play down the field, right? And put the car forward and get it going down this way. How are we supposed to turn into this?
Well, I could have done a power slide.
Yes, that's one of the big things, is that we can power slide into this play to turn ourselves around. And then the important thing with the power slide, right, is that it's really helpful to have boost, and you have 100 of it. So when you turn into this play right here, you're going to already be facing like this way around here, and you're going to use boost to feather it to catch up to the ball. Now this guy hits it away from you, right? But that's not bad, right? Like, this guy hits it into the corner, and now what direction are you facing from the power slide?
Forward.
And you have momentum. You're facing, well, off to the side a little bit. It's going to be like diagonally, right? And this
Right.
ball is going to be going down the field here this way. And
Correct.
you have forward momentum, which means you can catch up to it. Hypothetically, too, when this ball is coming down the line, bring it around this way. There you go. You're going to be facing here, and you're going to be coming down this way. I'll put it back at 90 because that's about where 100 is about where it would be. You're going to look at this ball, and it's going to be coming down the line this way. What should you do in the moment that this ball comes down and you're following the ball this way? Right? Like you're going to be coming down the line, and the ball cam's on, so it's going to be following the ball, and it's going to be coming along the wall, right?
Right.
In the meantime of the ball coming along the wall and you moving along across it, right? Who's the only threat on the field right now, according to you?
The only one right now is the one on the wall. Because
This
okay,
guy.
then the guy right there. Well, he's not a threat. Well, he's a threat because the only thing he'll probably do is demo me. The
Yeah,
threat is the guy that possibly is going to come up and hit the ball on the right.
this guy, right? And so we want to get intel on him, right? And so how do we get intel on him when moving this way and the camera's facing this way? Again.
Well, I'm not sure if I did what I thought I did here. Is that I actually took it up the wall. I'm not sure.
You can do that, right? But we can set ourselves up for a play, right, as it's going on. Because one, this is hypothetical, right? Because in this play, let's say that you did power slide, which means you're facing this way
Oh,
out
right.
here, right?
Right.
Which means our camera is going to be looking at the ball this way in the corner,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
So it's going to be facing this way. You're gonna be looking this
Correct. Oh, if it was the ball, I mean, if ball cam, yes.
way, right? So now this ball's coming here. You're gonna be moving along this side, and the ball you're gonna be looking this way. Moving along here, the ball this way. How do we get intel on the guy that's the threat, though, on the field?
Oh, you're saying get out of ball cam so you
Yeah.
can see the field.
Are you also comfortable with using your stick as well? Your
I
right
use my stick. I use my stick. I use my stick, but not a whole bunch.
Mm-hmm.
But I do use it.
It's a really useful tool to help get information on the guy that especially is moving towards the right. Because even if you don't want ball cam off for that second, right? Because it's kind of awkward to hit, but you're moving forward and you have time. You can do a quick glance off to the right, like pushing your stick to the right and then having it hit that person, and then you'll know, okay, this guy's charging me, which means I need to hit this up the wall. Like, at higher level play, this guy's gonna know that you're doing that, and so he's gonna be ready to play the wall, and then you have to be a little bit craftier with, okay, now I have to look at this guy and how he's approaching the ball, right? But in the meantime, you're gonna look over at this guy and see what attack he's going for. It just helps us set ourselves up for success. This guy flips out of the way of the ball, so now this ball's going over his head, right? But it definitely helps us set up for success, and we're no longer reacting to what this guy's hitting, right? We're being proactive about things, and we're looking at how he, is going to interact with the ball, and we set ourselves up for a counterattack on his, play. So.
I know. See, and that right there is probably my second biggest thing. Is I try to slow down and even using to make a play on it, and that's a big thing I need to work on. After that, see, okay, slow down. I see the ball, but then I'm still, as you saw, I sort of boost. And why am I boosting? I can't. The ball's not even in front of me. But that right there, that part right there, when I get in the corner or even in the midfield, when I get a ball that bounces and I want to pop and hit it,
right.
That's one of my biggest problems.
Well, I can tell you why that seems that way. Because to me, this looks really awkward to hit. Like from my perspective.
Not this right here, but watch when it comes down and right there, that bounce right there.
Right.
Technically, if I would have slowed down just a hair and then get it to come down, then I could possibly. Now, obviously, the guy in front of it is going to challenge me. But I'm just saying, even if it was just an open field to jump and then hit that towards the goal, that I have a big problem of getting that right there. That right there is one of my biggest problems.
And that is like a timing issue, right? And this kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier about noticing things on the field that change the direction of the ball, right? So I'll tell you, if a guy is pushing down the side wall and like on that kickoff earlier that was in that right wall over there,
Right.
where that guy was going to swoop in and hit the ball. And to me, I'm thinking, okay, the ball's going to stay on the wall until something else hits it, right? And so it's not going to change direction until that moment happens, which means I can look at other things on the field instead of watching the ball in the entire time. Here is the same concept, except it's not applied to a car, right? Because what's going to change the direction of this ball, like, in this play?
Well, right now the wall changed it.
Yeah, the wall changed it, and the floor changes it.
Correct.
Right. So, the good thing about this, like, you know, game is that there's a ball indicator on the ground. I paused it at the wrong time. And this ball indicator is really important and to get comfortable using, because this tells you about the height as well.
Oh, it does?
Yes. You'll notice that there's the circle, there's the outside circle.
Got that.
And then there's this inner part right here.
That means that's up high?
That's up high, yes. And you're waiting for it as you're staring at this part right here, right? You know that if this ball's not approaching, like you'll see the circle, right, is not approaching the outside of the outer circle, then it's still up in the air, right? And as it's hitting the wall, you'll notice it's expanding, which means that it's coming closer to the ground. And we're looking forward right now, right? So we're going to see this ball eventually come down, but we're looking at the indicator to change the direction. And now it's on its outermost circle, and that's because it's touching the ground at this moment. So it makes your job a lot easier as a player to read the circle instead of watching it in the air, right?
But now you asked if I used the joystick, and then see right there, I looked up.
Yes, you look up, and right here, I don't want you to look up, right? Like, looking up to notice the ball is fine, right? And notice its height and how much time it's going to have to take to fall to the ground, right?
Right.
But more importantly, this ball's not going to touch the ground anytime soon, which means we don't have to worry about the height disparity here at the moment. We need to worry about when this ball's going to hit this wall, which is very soon, right? And to me, it's a lot harder to tell how far away the ball is from this wall over here than to look at the ground instead. Oop, there we go. To look at the ground instead, and then notice that, oh, the ball indicator is this far away from the wall, right? Instead of looking up in the air and trying to fill the gap space from the air. Because here we have visual markers too. Like this wall right here is the wall that is flat. It goes perfectly flat along here. And from that point to this point is where there's a curve going on. So we're using these visual indicators to help guide us on the next hit that's going to happen. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So all this makes sense. And then if you're looking forward too, and you have this ball hit off that wall and coming down, and you notice the circle is expanding, that's where you can jump. You can time your jump better, because now our camera's not falling down with the ball. Instead, it's focusing on the ground, where that's the thing that's going to change the ball's direction, and you have one thing to focus, which is the ball falling, rather than...
Yeah, well, yeah, I didn't even... No one's ever said anything, or I know I've never even until just now.
Yeah, it's really useful.
Because then I could have just came right into it and popped it up, even though I'm going to get blasted from behind.
Mm-hmm.
I could come up, pop it, possibly get it centered off the wall, get killed, but yet hopefully there's someone there to knock it in.
Right, and you know what's great about you actually dying here too, is that now you're... Well, what happens when you die? Like, right? Like,
I start off... I know, I start off on my side, so if they get the ball, I'm already there.
Yeah, so actually that works out great for you, because I don't know, I forget how much boost you have in this play. You have 47, right? And so
which is quite a bit.
Which is quite a bit, and you knock this center, let's say, and then you die, like somehow, which I don't think you would die in this play, but let's say you landed on the wall and this guy kills you, right? Well, you have 32 boost, and now you're a defensive player. You already did your job as the first man up, which means you want to rotate anyway to the third man position, right?
Correct.
And that guy just put you in third man, so it's a little bit of an awkward third man, but it doesn't change your play at all. So that kind of all works out in the end. That is a good cut-in. Interestingly, I would have probably brought this over to the corner, because I would have knocked this on the ground and have it roll, so that I can go back all the way and get the 100 boost, and then swoop it around and collect resources that way, and now have possession of the ball. But I think the cut-in works, because that guy didn't expect it. For you... so close. We can jump up. We're doing the double jump without boosting.
I'm still working on it.
Yeah, it's gonna take some time to implement that because
that's a toughie.
Yeah.
Trying to gas jump and then gas, you know, and it shouldn't be. See, now I'm out of position here, but he knocks it over.
And you know about bounce shots and how those are more powerful.
Oh yeah, when it just like a little short hop.
Where it's the ball bounces this way, right, and then a player will come in and hit it off of the bounce, and it'll boom off across the field.
Oh yeah.
When that ball's bouncing, like in this play right here, to me, I mean, this guy doesn't hit it on the bounce, but to me, if this guy waits on the ground and lets it bounce for a split second and he hits it, this ball's gonna smack really hard against the wall and go behind you out this way. And so
the ball already did.
Well, he hits it on the ground like that, right? And then now it's along the wall and you can go for the next play. But what I'm saying is when this ball's moving across the field here, that if let's say he waited on the ground and he smacks this as the ball hits the ground and goes up, then the ball gets hit up in the air really hard, hits off of this side wall, and then goes over your head down this way.
Right.
And that'll feel awkward. So it's about recognizing, again, like who's hitting the ball, this guy, and that he's approaching the ball as it's falling, which means that he can get a bounce shot, but this guy messes it up, so it's all good. Here, you also don't have to go super fast up this wall either, because this guy like lands backwards as well. But you can take a little bit of your time going up, and I would also say...
didn't come up. I should have came up straighter and then came into it.
Yes, that's really good, actually, that you come up straighter and then curve around it to get the height.
Correct. I thought I actually had a little more time, and I think that's why I ended up rushing. Once I realized going up the wall, I'm going to be late.
Yeah, no, it's really good, though, to recognize that, because that'll make your job a lot easier. I'm pretty sure if that 100 boost is in the corner, you might as well take it, but... a little bit dicey. You passing it mid here is not ideal because because look at what happened to our teammates, right? Our teammates are falling from the sky, right? Who are you passing it to now?
Right.
So this is going to the midfield, and honestly, this guy shouldn't even touch the ball right here if he's playing with a teammate, which I think they're solo queuing. Nope, they're not. Okay. Well, the ideal play for them instead is to actually maybe hit this ball softly if this guy's not going to get the ball, but he should be reacting like a bullet, like down this line, hitting this ball really hard to boom it into your net.
Correct.
And that's a free goal for them. And that's how a lot of goals are scored in, especially doubles, where you'll see one teammate pass the ball and land on the wall, and the other guy centers it, and there's no third guy to pick it up.
I wait for the other team to do that, and I do it to them. I let it come around, and then I sprint right in the middle and just touch it, and then next thing you know, it flies right in the goal.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's free. It's basically a free goal. Fine. It's a little bit, again, a risky push because all your teammates are in awkward positions since they're falling or backwards, and you're third man back, which means you're responsible for keeping your teammates in the play. Again,
now I just went too fast.
Yeah, that was a little bit too fast. Oh, well.
And one reason too is, like I said, we're playing a team that's way above what I'm capable of. Or not, I shouldn't say way above, but they're hitting it way better, making better shots.
And what's interesting is that to me, they don't even look that much better, to be honest. Like, I can't really tell. Maybe they get more consistently big touches, but you'll notice that these guys don't know how to read as well, that they're falling around trying to read the bounce, and even if they get a hit on it, they're like poorly hitting it too. So they're like, hit doesn't even matter to begin with.
Right.
It's important to also note, this is a good learning lesson, that this guy hits it into his corner, right, which is a really good play for him because it allows him to reset, and his teammates can get back to get boost. He can go up the wall now and make the next play on it if, he handles this properly, which I think he can, right? Well, look at that. You see, like, this is the same thing where it's like, okay, he got a touch on the ball, and, like, he's going for this more advanced play. However, he is getting a poor touch on it. So not all of it doesn't matter. Here we should have been looking at him, too, like, and noticing he was boosting into the ball. close. I mean, you weren't really third man back since you had your teammate rotating around you. You can rotate wide. Being here is
Kitty
kind of...
came out wider, right?
Yeah, you can come out
That's
wider.
what I told him too. I said, "Oh damn!" And then he comes fly. He was the third man, and he comes flying in. And I went,
"Yeah, that wasn't the best play, but here we can take it a little bit slower again."
Right. And I knew that. I told him. I says, I am rushing myself a little bit because, I mean, this ain't really showing, but I mean, they were actually reacting faster than what I'm normally able, or that I've normally react.
Like the plays that they made were faster than what you're normally dealing with, and that also plays a factor in how you react to plays.
Correct. And there, I shouldn't even been there because they're already up there.
Right.
Even though that guy is going back, and they score.
Right.
All right, let's see if this is an ugly. Let's see if this is an ugly kickoff. Oh, I told him I was going.
Oh yeah, I mean, it wasn't even.
You know what? A lot of people now are doing this. Mm-hmm. You know,
double kickoff.
It was taught to only have one, but there's a lot of them now, especially at the lowers, trying to do it to get the pinch.
Oh yeah, there's this thing called the bot pinch, and like it works against lower levels because lower level players don't typically have proper kickoffs enough to win the ball every time. But if you were to put someone like me or Falcon or Keepa or any of these people that are really understand kickoffs a lot more than the average player, that you see these two people going for kickoff here, and this is what I'm thinking, is that I'm this guy, right? And I'm landing on the ball. I'm not doing this right here because now he's doing the thing that I'm saying. This is like a highly inaccurate kickoff and full of like a different possibilities. But instead, what he should be doing is facing forward, jumping up at the ball and flipping his nose into the ball, right? So now these two that are coming to pinch this ball really hard end up getting the ball frozen in the middle, right? And both of them fall off to the sides, right? You might also fall off to the side, right? And come along here. And then now we've committed two players that are out of the play. This person is out of the play, which means you have one guy and you have two orange people that are on the offensive. So now it's 1v2.
Well, no, yeah, I'm not a big fan of the, but you know, I came into it, but I mean, we got lucky.
You did get lucky, and if your teammates are trying to, like, I'm not saying they are, but let's say like they hear this strat where it's like the bot kickoff or double kickoff, right? Tell them to get that out of their head, because it's not a good habit to get into, especially when you get to the higher ranks. It might work as a cheeky play if you know, like, okay, one of their guys is trolling and they're AFK, which means we can go for a bot pinch where you both go for kickoff and you both hit the ball at the same time and then it shoots off into their net. This is, we had time here. We didn't have to rush that play as well. Because looking at the field, like, no one's coming at you here. They've both just flown off to the side. That guy's taking forever to come around, so we can just catch the ball or shoot the ball directly. We can rotate
well,
outside.
That's even at that point, that even shooting that ball right there, like at that, shooting that ball right at that point, which was still, if I came around and jumping to hit it with my nose, I'm not, for some reason, I have big issues. Now, mind you, I know that I did that on purpose. There, I didn't get enough ass end on it because it would, if I would have hit it right, that thing would have flicked right into the goal. Now it would have been a looper, because I do that a lot. If I get the ball coming around, I can get that ball to pop up and then slowly loop and go right into the goal right at that point there.
Right.
But obviously that one didn't work.
It also has to have the power though too, and we didn't flip into that ball as well. So it kind of just dribbles itself in, and even if you got a smack into that bottom corner, I think that it would have been relying on the defender, the goalie, to not make a save rather than us make a good shot as well.
Well, usually it stays high. When it comes in, I've hit it enough to where it stays high and it comes in right at the top of the goal.
Okay. Like flicking it a little bit, like getting your car under the ball and hitting it with
Cor-
the top side here.
correct.
No, I see what you're saying then. I think the height would have been a little bit too high on that particular play because you're too far away from the goal as well, coming in. But I mean, I guess you know your shot, and if you know that your arc is gonna like lob it and go directly in, like
Correct.
then that's really nice, right? The
Right.
shot's gonna be a little bit slow, so when you're going up against higher level people, they're going to read the save pretty easily because the ball's going in too slow. But
Well, yeah, but even it's funny too because on another one I did it twice and there were still higher ranks, and since everything was going so fast, I hit that ball so slow that it was just like they sort of like, whoa, I can't slow down, you know?
yeah, oh, that could be really effective too, actually.
So
Because
I changed the ball. The gameplay was really fast, and all of a sudden I come and I just boom, hit it, flipped into it, and it just popped up like a air balloon and just floated. And then they were reacting too quick, and then it went right in the goal.
right, right. And so it's just like a misplay on the play that's going on over here, and I mean
Correct.
it can work. It's just that it's not a very reliable play to go for all the time.
Well, that play there is more consistent than me coming around, jumping up, and hitting it. Because if I came up and hit it, and if I did hit it, it would be too slow, and or I would hit it away from the goal. If I would have came over to the left and came into it straighter,
Mhm.
um, it wouldn't have been at the goal. I would have to have more time for that to happen.
But you did have more time too. You see how no one's approaching you as well.
Right, right.
And so because we can swing wider, right? Like I understand your decision making within the moment because decisions in the moment are different than decisions in hindsight. And I could tell you in hindsight, you had a bunch of time. You could have waited for the bounce here, like the bounce shot coming in, and you could have smacked this really hard top left corner, top right corner, top middle. I'm pretty sure this guy won't save it either.
So
Yeah,
if I hit that on the short hop, and this is where I said is my thing, I will I will hit it high.
you will hit it high because the ball will be coming down, right? And it'll bounce off the ground right here, right? Which means it has upward momentum now, going
Correct.
towards the air. And if you hit this directly straight, like let's say you hit it square on the ball, right? The amount of upward force that is being generated from the bounce is going to carry with your hit, so it's going to go up in the air at the same time.
But what I mean is my balls usually when I do that, I mean my ball will go above the goal. It won't go at that point.
Well, that's a timing issue then, right? Because then you're not hitting it square on the ball. What you're doing is you're hitting it too low, or you're flipping into it too quickly, which could be another thing where now you got to think of your nose, right? Your nose, if you flip too quickly, is going to be pointed downward, right? Which means that we've created this ramp area for this
Right.
ball to be hit along here. Now you're chipping the ball up in the sky,
Correct.
which will be not ideal, and that'll result in the thing that you're talking about. But what you can do is swing out wide here, right? Come in at this ball, and let's say that it was bouncing right here or something, right? Like this is the height that it bounced at, right?
Right.
And you flip too soon at this, yeah, you're gonna hit this corner part, and it's gonna fly up in the air and be pinched off. But you should be focusing on hitting the square of the ball here, where you flip late into it. You jump up in the air, right? And your nose is pointed directly at the spot you want to hit, and then right before you make contact with the ball, you flip into the ball to generate that same power, and now your nose is hitting like this spot instead of down here, right? And now it's gonna go, if it goes a little bit high, that's okay too, because let's say it hits crossbar and goes down, this guy's gonna be panicking in net anyway, because this is I'm guessing this is probably like plat 3 to diamond 1 to me, like gameplay going on, and so he's gonna have a tough time anyway. But hitting it on a flick here also seems like it would go high and slow and not really consistently, it's not going to be consistently hard to save, is what I should say, because eventually you're going to climb up and these people are going to make saves that just float in like this, and then this guy that was rotated around here is going to jump up and hit this ball off to the side, right? And now this guy, he had side momentum from the save, and now he's landing on the sidewall here, and now he's got possession of the ball down this side. And we've killed our opportunity for not only a play to shoot on net, but an offense in general. So I would work on the bounce shots especially, and you can work on that in free play as well.
Yeah.
So here, I don't know if I told you about this too, the gate thing, where you should always enter this gate before going like into net, before assuming goalie position. Did I ever talk to you about that?
No.
Okay, so I like to imagine that there are 2 gates per side of the goal, and you enter the gate that is opposite to where the ball is, right? And what this does is it helps keep in your mind like you set up into the back corner here, or back corner here. Because the biggest problem with your save here, right, is that you come from the wide side and you don't come in sharp enough, right? So even let's say you got a really good hit, like let's say you didn't hit this like off on the side here and into the net, and instead you came in and you hit it directly down the line, right? Well, the way that this ball travels is that it will go down here, right? It goes along the wall and out here, right? And now like the ball's moving slowly down the line over here. Well, as now you picture you going through the little gate that I'm talking about, this little like opening. You circle around here, and now you've entered it, and you're on the goal line. This ball comes in here, and you swing out the same amount you did before, but now you hit it in the middle. This ball can be boomed across the field now and down to their side, rather than having to hit this side wall and then coming across here and then slowly.
You think I had enough time with that guy right there, dead center?
Absolutely. One of the big things that's telling me this is one. So. This guy, like this guy that's going to take a shot, you don't have to worry about this whole time, only because, like here, it's oh sorry, he's right over here. I didn't even notice. They're all pushing up on this side over here. The type of save you go for too is like let's say he like wants to shoot it inside post, right? And he shoots this directly inside here. Well, you're positioned on the outside of net, which means that if you do get a hit on this, it's going to hit like ricochet off your cart as it's going with forward momentum, right? And it can still go in the net, or it'll be a poor save and go up the side wall here. Esper can probably make a play going up the wall and help along with this play, but to me, you guys were just put on defense, and it'll be a little bit awkward for him to go for. And you make your teammates' jobs a lot easier coming from the inside here. That way, this ball, if it was hit inside, you coming from the outside here will get a stronger hit down the line as well. Two, this guy's not in a position to shoot from my eyes. And you can tell this from his car and where the ball indicator is, which the ball indicator is over here, and his car is facing this way and it's forward. He's in front of the ball, so he doesn't have a shot as well.
Well, the ball indicator, the ball indicator now is huge.
Yeah, but moving along here, I mean, I don't think the path to it changes, right? Because he's coming along here, and the ball indicator's on this side, right? And it's over here. He's facing this way along here, right? And the ball is heading with forward momentum down this way, and he's heading with momentum down this way, which means that even if he turned directly in on this, like the ball's going to be facing this way, and he's going to be facing this way, and he's going to be now not ready for a shot because he killed his momentum from turning. You see what I'm like?
No, I gotcha. I gotcha.
And so the big lesson though is not necessarily about these guys, but getting into a habit of going through these gates, which will help align you on the goal line to make more saves as well, so that we don't come in from the outside like this. And I mean, it's unfortunate we shoot it in, but even if we didn't shoot it in, the save is going to be a little bit poor, whereas we could have had a bounce shot towards their net, and we could have turned that defensive play into an offensive play. Nice. I mean, we're waiting for them to do whatever they're doing because it's, you know, they look awkward, and you're like, all right, let them play out what they're gonna do, and it'll be, you know. Well,
yeah, they both went that way. My guy's stuck right there, and the third guy is over on the right, and it just like it parted. So I waited. So boom, boom. Three guys. So all three guys are right there. There. And then it was a lousy hit.
Right, it was a lousy hit right there, and then you react to it and you shoot it in. And you're allowed to make this play too because you had that guy that was over on the right that's now rotating out as well. Right. and you swinging in here, even if let's say you got beat or you hit this ball off the wall and it comes out to midfield, well, now you have a third guy back to shoot this in anyway, right?
Yep.
No, there's no reason to not go for the ball in this situation. Whereas if you were third man back, I'd play a little bit more cautiously here to make sure, like, okay, stand a little bit back, see what's happening, and then right at this moment as everyone's falling, then you attack, right? But here is good for you to be a little bit more aggressive because you have a guy in your backfield, so.
Correct.
So that's what that replay. I mean, the big things too. That I would take away from this huge lesson is go through the gates. Like probably number one on defense, right? Is that focus on entering here before you assume goalie position, right? And it just gets you. Don't fall off of this lip part though, right?
Well, that's what I was gonna. That's right.
you don't want to do that, but you can come in here, right?
Right.
And assume this position right here so that if this ball does come in on the inside here, it's a lot easier to save it coming from outside on this post.
Well, your positioning is more out than in.
Right, and then coming in for this save, on the other hand, is going to be a lot more difficult.
Correct.
You also can get a free shot if you're coming in on the inside and the ball bounces like this, right? Because then you can shoot it towards their side of the field.
Well, that and the ball cam is huge too.
Yes, ball cam is huge, and getting used to
I gotta
right
get
and left. Which I mean, we could look over your keybinds as well. I don't know if your keybinds are awkward or if like you feel awkward pressing certain buttons, or if it's purely like thinking about these things in the moment. Because this game is a lot of thinking, you know, on the spot.
Well, one thing is you know when to cut. So, which is cool, coming in the goal. The other one is when to come out of ball cam.
Yes, when to come into ball cam, and like in any moment, right? If the ball, you gotta have like a checklist in your head, right? The instant thing I think of that if like the ball is going to change direction, is the ball going to change direction anytime soon, right? And if the answer is no, you then have to ask yourself, am I going for this right away, right? And if you're trying to take your time with it, so it's a no, you need to look around the field then. You need to do something else productive with your time instead of setting yourself up for the right play going on, which I know we're still like reading like bounces and stuff, right? But for instance, when the ball does go high, like on these hits, where like let's say it goes up real high up here, and we're staring at the ball from up here, right? This is kind of hard for me to like know what's going on and try to get this midfield, rather than me just coming around the side here, hitting it up the wall, right? And you come around here and you look down on the ground, right? And looking at that ball indicator to hit this, like, you know, on the bounce, rather than waiting for this ball to eventually fall down. And you're like, all right, here's my moment to shine, and the ball's bouncing already. Because
that's probably why I'm not getting, you know, those ball, you know, bounce and then pop up, because I'm still in ball cam.
And like, yeah, that's what I'm saying is that, like, if you put me in your same situation and I had to follow your camera, right, that I would have a tough time doing what you're doing, because it just makes your job a lot more difficult. And the only reason I can do that now, like, to me, I don't know, it's like I'm trying to focus on too many things curving at once. It's almost like trying to dribble with ball cam on the whole time, which to me is incredibly difficult to do, rather than just taking your ball cam off, right, and focusing on one direction of the field and only one moving object.
Which at that point, if I'm going to shoot, all I want is the ball at the time.
Right, like looking at this, right, I'm like trying to pay attention to the ball and how it's moving, but also my camera's switching direction.
It's moving all around, yeah.
And the same things apply to these high hits as well. That like come up here, and now I'm looking on the ground, and now I hit this down the field, right? Because I'm looking at the ball indicator on the ground, and as it's falling down to the ground with me, I'm noticing the circle opening up, and I'm getting ready for my shot at the same time. So it's all that. It's also, I think you need to get more comfortable in general with turning your car into shots as well. Like, I see a lot of the time, like, if you do try to go for like a tap like that, you'll keep your car perfectly stable, like straight like this, instead of jumping up twice and then rotating your car around at the same time to make a touch off on a side. You have a tendency to allow the ball to bounce up, and you'll double jump and then try to like turn your car really late like this and perpendicular to the ground.
Well, I'm late.
But what you can do is like at the same time be pretending you're going for an aerial almost when you double jump to be turning your car upwards as well. And that might help you get some certain touches that you normally would be out of reach of as well, because you came pretty close on certain touches as well. And yes, we could be reading them a lot cleaner by keeping ball cam off and looking for this indicator that's on the ground right here. But you can also like manipulate your car as it's going on to help correct for mistakes. So yeah, let's see, any additional questions right now? If not, we can also, I don't know if you have enough time, but I can go into a quick game with you as well and start directing you on certain things. And then on the last session, we can go over a replay as well. But I would like to mostly focus on directing your gameplay and telling you what to do on the field, when to go, and you focus on your mechanics entirely, right? But
Okay.
I will be directing the decision making for the most part. And you know, how does that plan sound to you?
That's fine.
Okay, cool. So do you want to jump into a game real quick, get that started, and then on the next lesson we'll implement that same idea, but over a long period of time?
So you what do you want me to go into?
We can go into casuals together, right? So I'll add you on my account, right? And we're gonna go into casuals, and this account is, oh, I forget what rank in terms of its normal MMR. I probably check real quick actually. Web browser. League.tracker.network. You can also, this is a useful website to check out your ranks and your climbs and stuff.
Right. I have it.
Okay. There we go. I don't think this account's too high. Let's see. It is 1,073. Yeah, so we're in business. So
right.
This account can't add people, so if you can add this account, I'll link you the Steam page. There we go. Oh, whoops. I did not mean to do that. Cool.
Wait a minute. What did it do here? Go down. You want me to friend that, right?
Yes, friend it, and then I'll see you on.
What do I do? What do I do? Just grab it and put it in?
Oh, yeah, you clicked on the link, right?
Let me get back to it again here. It keeps. So HTTP Steam. Okay. Okay. Now that it's up.
Okay. Are you signed into Steam on your web browser?
Correct.
Okay. So you can add friend on the right side. Like it should be on the right of the profile picture or profile page.
It doesn't say add friend.
Oh, try reloading the page real quick and see if it pops up again.
Because it just says your AI coach, and then
it says I'm level 0 on the right side, right?
Correct.
And below that, there's no add friend.
Nothing.
Oh. Let me see. Okay. This is kind of like what is it called? Like a little bit more roundabout, but you have Falcon added as a friend, right?
Correct.
You can go to his profile page and look at his friends list, and there will be Imp on his friends list, and you can click on his profile page. That's me. So
I thought I did that.
And oh, do you have me as a friend like on Steam already?
Let me see. Well, no, it doesn't show it to be done. The Expo Bus bonus. All right, so go to my son. Let's see your friends. Okay, let's go to my friends. Okay, obviously he's offline. Okay, so okay, so look at him.
And then he has his friends list on the right side, right? You can see it.
Correct.
And you click on that and go to Imp, like his on his friends list. I'm offline right now, but imp, and then you can look at my friends list.
Okay, imp.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
You
so
can
now
also add that account if you want as well, since I'll be available on my main account. But now go to my friends list as well.
friends.
And
Okay,
there will be there's a search bar. Just type in squid in there, and there will be one guy on there. Um,
Miss Squid and Squid.
yeah, you can go to either one. Miss Squid, doesn't matter. I'm added on both of those. And then when you click on them, they have their friends list, and from their friends list there will be a guy named Coach, and that's this account. That is a really roundabout way of getting to it, but with a name like Coach on Steam, you're gonna get a billion results, right?
I got it here.
And
So click
so
on it.
yeah, so click on Coach,
Add friend.
add friend. There we go. I see you. I wish there was an easier way to add people on Steam. Like if there was a, like a system that they had here. Let me go
Okay.
into full screen.
Yep. I gotta come back into it here real quick.
No
Okay,
problem.
there's that.
And we're going to do doubles. We're not going to do threes, only because I want you focusing on less on the field, right? There's going to be 2 opponents, and there's going to be me. And you don't have to worry about me too much.
So I'll have a different partner, or you'll be there.
I'll be there. I'm
Okay.
coach, so we'll play this game out, and I will start directing plays going on. I'll tell you certain rotations as well. That I'll even tell you to go for balls that you might not think you can go for, but I want you going for them anyway as well, because these. If I call you out for a ball that you should be getting, right? Oh, the party size changed. Shoot. Hold on one second. Let me invite you again. Hello? Options, video, borderless. Oh, hold on. I'm getting messages from you. I'll be right there. Power went out. Sounds good. Hello.
You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
It's I gotta switch a breaker or something because
Oh.
either that or I have way too much stuff. Why is Steam not coming up?
Steam is not coming up right now, right?
Well, it should,
Okay.
but it won't let me get in to start it.
I mean, you are connected to the internet. I always find that issue really bothersome when I'm able to talk to people on Discord, but I'm not able to connect on Steam. I don't know if restarting the application.
No, it won't even let me start it. That's the problem.
Oh. Um, did you try signing in and then it disappeared? Like the.
I made it disappear before I was able to sign in, but yet I should be able to.
Try right clicking on the Steam icon in your taskbar.
It's
Um,
not there.
it's not there.
I,
Oh shit.
I don't have it down there, and it only has it as an icon. I just
Uh,
right clicked and pressed open, and it doesn't want to do that. Give me a second here, and I'll be right back.
okay. Hello.
All right, let's see here. Access. Okay, that's good. There we go. Yeah, obviously it must not have loaded up when I turned it back on. Correctly.
Oh yeah, no, I know what you're saying.
Okay, bingo, Rocket League. Okay, I'll be coming back in 1 second.
Oh.
I just now I got to see if my damn controller is gonna.
Oh, connect and everything.
Oh, it has a mind of its freaking own.
I definitely feel that way too at times, actually.
Okay, so you can friend me.
Okay, great.
You're currently not connected to Rocket League. Okay, that's good. That's fine. I don't care. In the game. Did you get it?
You're on the account, right? I didn't get any
Currently
invite.
not connected to Rocket League servers. Would you
Oh.
like to? Yes.
Yeah, it might take a second because I've run into that issue when signing into certain like profiles of mine where just I don't know, for some reason it just won't work. Oh, it does say
Send
you're
it
online
again.
though. I see you.
Yeah,
So,
send
yeah.
it again.
Hey,
There it goes.
there we go.
I heard it.
Yeah. There are a lot of bugs
So-
with Rocket League that I don't understand, but
What is your opinion about cars?
I don't really have one though. If I'm looking at, do you mean visually or like hitbox wise?
Yeah, performance wise.
Um, I mean, to me, none of them really make a difference. It's more about what you're comfortable with. I mean, I run Octane because it's the first car you get in the game, right? So it's always there available to you, even if you're making new accounts and whatnot, like I do. The hitbox is overall square on it too, like a lot more square, so I feel like I get stronger 50s. One of the big problems with it though is that flicks are more difficult with them, though it's not like it's impossible, so that's not even a real excuse. But I don't know, like it's not really a huge difference, so you can go for that one. This is fine. I'm gonna cover net, circle around me on the outside.
I do.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna hit this off the wall to you, okay? So that's all you. Good push. You hit this again. That's fine.
So now,
I'm gonna rotate around to the outside, and you can look to get the ball here and follow up on a hit. I'm gonna stay.
I didn't want to double hit it.
All good. I'm gonna hit this along the line. He took my boost, but that's fine because I'm gonna try to bump him. You can go in for the shot because I'm already rotated. Oh my god! You know, sometimes that happens, and that's why I'm rotating back. Yeah. Oh my god!
This old guy took him out, man.
Wow. My guy, why? Oh, that's something. All right, so you can go for the kickoff. Make sure to flip after all that.
After all that?
Yeah, flip a little bit later, right? You want to get the nose of your car to make contact with the ball, not the tail of your car. I'm gonna sit in net right now. You can cut him off. Oh my god, he got an accidental touch on it.
I didn't know if that was because usually when I'm in front of the goal.
Nice. There we go. So what I'm doing there, I'm just trying to make it awkward for them, right? Put them on the back foot so that he has to make an awkward save. And then look at that, they all like, you know, panic in net. And while you're taking that shot as well, I don't know if you're looking over to the left side what I'm doing, but I'm already rotating back. I'm not waiting for the next shot. So you get that ball, you can hit it down the field. You got one to beat, so take your time with it. I'm
okay, which back. I didn't beat.
Okay, I'm gonna hit this off the wall here. So this is going to come right to you. Good hit.
Now, should I have gone up again?
No, because unless you had boost, right? If you did have boost.
Yeah, I had boost.
Oh, okay. Well, then maybe. I saw it was taking a little bit of time. So where are you?
Well, I actually waited.
I'm gonna rotate back into net. This is fine for us. I'm gonna hit this along the right side. I'm taking boost along the way. Oh, that's fine. I just have to take my time with it then. You can make contact with this. I'm up. And I'm gonna hit this along the wall. Oh, shoot. There we go. I'm all the way back, so you can be aggressive right now.
See, that's one thing would be nice if someone said that. I'm back too.
Oh, you can start also with these people that you're gonna be teaming with, calming those kind of things, right?
Oh, nice.
Just on the save. That's why we're playing back, though, just to play defensive, keep the pressure on, starve them of their boost and whatnot. Oh, wow, okay. It's gonna roll up to the top corner. Nice, good read. Right here, I hit the ball a little bit too hard on this side, and so I backflipped into it to slow its momentum down. But almost there with the kickoffs.
Now that going forward now, I get a better hit now that once you've mentioned something.
Yeah, this is fine. I can move. I can go back actually. There we go. There.
Okay,
I'm a little bit confused by that guy. Almost there. This is fine because I'm gonna rotate back.
Yeah, he had a good block too. I mean, he read that all the way.
Right. I hit this away from that guy, and I'm gonna be on wall playing defense. You can push on this ball.
Okay, well you go. You had me confused because usually I have someone that always keeps going right around. That's why there's a little hesitation sometimes because of what some of the other guys I deal with. You know.
Oh yeah, of course. You're trying to play around me right now, and it's gonna be a new style. I'm coming down on the ground. There we go. That's all you. Win net.
No.
I'll be left side here.
Yeah.
Oh wow, he actually popped it. That's my bad. He's gonna hit off the wall, so you rotate on the right side of net. Okay, well that guy's gonna let me shoot. I'm taking their boost away. You can charge this ball because I'm all the way back. Oh my god, that's my bad. I did not read that bounce.
I'm in goal.
Okay, I'm on the wall right now.
Oh no, okay.
Yeah, there, I can also show you some of the parts of the replay that you can see the things I'm doing, right? This is fine, I'm gonna hit this to the left side. This is gonna be weird, but I think it'll be okay. I'll take their boost pads, you go up the wall here, and just smack it really hard.
Yep.
Take that boost pad. Yep, field, if you can shoot that on net.
Now, I could have popped up and got it.
Yeah, a little pop-up right there.
Some guys don't like it when I do that.
It depends on if it's an open net or not, right? It's up to your teammates to decide, like especially if you're playing with them, right? What your teammates are calling out, and you can start also directing comms as well if you feel like you're more of a leader with things. I mean, I know for me, I'm not really a leader when it comes to comms all the time. I'd rather focus on my own play, but I do know they're necessary as well. We can also, I mean, I don't know if you want to do one more.
We can do one more.
Get in the groove of things.
Now that I got a little feel.
All right, because I feel like it would be a little bit better now that you have a feel of it. But yeah, like these the things that I'm calling out here, like the little communication things. I don't know how much your team is doing it, and if you wanted even for one of the sessions too, I don't mind like coaching the entire team to give direction for IGL as well. But
and then I may do that. I may, or I'll set up another after the 5. Let me get a little more comfortable. I'll set up something for all of us.
Because definitely one of the things as a team is communication is really important, and certain teams don't need it because they can just inherently read everything.
Oh,
close.
Like you tell because I'm trying to do late now.
Right, and it's a new kickoff, so you're gonna have a little bit of a struggle to begin with because it's a new kickoff in general from what you've been doing. I almost got him. I'll come out. I'm back right now, so you can play a little bit more aggressively. Whoops! And he demoed me. Oh, okay. I'll take this boost in the meantime, and you can go for the ball since I'm back.
He's trying to take me out.
One of their guys is demo happy, but they get punished for that kind of play. Because now it's a 1v1. You can attack this ball because I'm back. Almost. I'm just doing something fancy here. Don't mind me.
Cup.
I'm gonna put it in the corner here. Hit it up high. Oh, he's already up. Nice block. I'm gonna take this away since I have more boost.
Yep.
I'm gonna take their boost right here to do something more useful. I'm all the way back.
Guys just wants to kill people. Oh, you got it.
Yeah, I just wanted to set it up on the wall for you.
Alright.
Oh, did I not hit that? I don't even know.
Nope.
Okay. Well, you can attack this ball now. Nice job. There's one on you?
Basically, I pushed him out of the way. I got 0 boost. I'm going to go get this boost.
That's fine. I'll keep possession of it right now.
Alright. I've got it. I'm full.
Watch out for the guy hitting it. Dang. I didn't get a good pass there. But, also, like, he was cutting off the zone as well on that play.
Right. Well, I should have read it sooner, too.
I will try to freeze the ball in the middle. Actually, I don't know if I want to do that because he was playing the middle. I'll be on the wall. Oh, that guy demoed me. I'm in net. Where you get those like booms out from rotating inside, and makes your job a lot easier.
Well, me defensively booming, I do very well.
I'm gonna be back right now. You can aggress this ball and make him make a move. Good job, you win that. If you can follow up on the next hit, that'd be great. I got this. That guy's trying to go for a demo on me again. Oh. Oh, did I miss? Oh my god. Hey, you know what?
Wait.
Maybe I need some coaching. Yeah. Maybe I need some coaching, right? Good hit. I'm gonna leave the boost for you. Good block. Okay, I'll take this ball away from that guy. Nope. Hit that away from that guy. You can stay back though during those moments of confusion, because right there it's a little bit hard to read anything that's going on. Good hit. Good job taking the boost. If you can follow up one more time. This is fine. Oh, sorry about that.
Oh, he took me out again. These guys.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what?
These guys are hyper aggressive.
Get a freaking goal, just because these suckers want to just.
I know. There we go. Oh, it's gonna be a little bit off. I'm rotating around the other side. Oh, hey, look at that.
Oh, I almost took him out. You know, and I've got to learn to stop being nice because I don't like demo.
Oh yeah.
But yet I know it's part of the game.
It is, yeah. It's a very important aspect of the game. Demoing, bumping, even there's this thing
bumping.
Called,
I have no problem with.
Oh, it's the demoing. It's gonna come back to us, so make sure to play back.
Yeah, I am back.
I am back now, so now you can go. Nice hit. Oh, maybe.
Yeah!
Hey, look at that. That was nice.
They don't even get to look at it.
They don't get that pleasure. They don't get that reward. I'm gonna hit this to the middle, right there. Nice shot. Oh my gosh. And a big concept when you start getting more comfortable with things, not everything has to be a big hit as well, like for passes and stuff. Sometimes big hits are actually more bad than good, and a lot of the time when I'm coaching organized teams, I'll notice that they prefer booming the ball for defense. You made contact, that's good. I'm playing back right now. I'm hitting this.
Well, because of my control as for dribbling or down, I can get it to stay, but I can't get it to maneuver to where if I'm heading, the guy can just get in front of me and take it away. Let's see if I can get this one right. Oh, almost. I got a little too on the front end.
Yeah, but I mean, in organized team play, sometimes that kickoff is actually pretty good. I'll get this pass to mid instead. There we go. Poor Tusk, he didn't know what hit him. And it's a lot easier to focus on what to, like all the concepts I'm talking about as well with regards to watching the field. To me, it's a lot less confusing when there's only 2 people on the field to look at rather than 3. And especially when you start taking into account your teammates and whatnot.
Well, here's the thing in what you're doing, in which my son, because you have so much confidence within yourself and know what you're capable of doing.
Mm-hmm.
The other guys are trying, instead of saying I'm passing it or I'm going to pass it, they're trying to force the ball in to where if we work as a team, like that's what I really want to work on when we get our team.
Mm-hmm.
That hey, you're not going to get every shot, but if you can get them off center to where they think a shot's coming, but yet you pass it, and
Right.
all the good players. I mean, that's what made Danger Zone so effective, because they were fast, quick, and they were very aggressive, and they were passing like crazy to get
Mhm.
them out of whack to get the shot.